always told Titus to go land that plane correctly, but he never did. And now it is gonna be a bloody landing. And it's all his fault! I told him to land it, and he didn't! And now we're in pain! Oh, I had this mistaken all along. This was actually a war theme. Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, the bloody landing is justified. Oh, these loadout choices. I don't know what to pick. This one looks pretty crappy, actually. And oh, this one is the worst one. Yay! To war! We're going to war! And we gotta battle all these other enemies that are gonna be here. And 100 enemies? Oh man, how much time did you really want me to spend on this map? Alright, well, 100 enemies it is. Let's play. I am a little confused as to where I'm supposed to go, so I'm just gonna travel one direction and hopefully I can, you know what? No, I'm gonna fire the gun. I need to get something on the compass. There we go. Now I have some enemies on the radar. Now I know where I'm supposed to go. I have found something. I have found something. Something's up here. Get me up. 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 I can jump up the rocks. There's an enemy. He's right here wondering what the hell I'm doing. I'm going inside with grass growing through the floor. Grass is the floor. And now I have another weapon ready to shoot you all. My grass is beautiful in the floor. Your building belongs to me. Oh! Alright, that's enough of that. Where are the enemies now? Oh, the enemies aren't gonna come as long as the mortars are raining. Okay, well I thought I had an easy camping spot, but no, the mortars are gonna prevent that from happening. So I'm gonna have to move in. It's my turn! Wait, the logic behind this is just find the mortars and then camp there instead. That would work until the heavy gunners show up. I mean, I could deal with the flamethrower if I have to, but the heavy gunners, no. Not as much. Would you please stop shooting me? It's supposed to be the other way around. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. I'm not changing my logic. This is how it's supposed to be. You have no choice but to accept reality. As I go in your base that also has kind of grass growing through everything. It was just built there because of course they were. This must have been up for centuries. So I got my own mortar stash here. Let me just see if I can use it to mark enemies. I managed to mark a few down here. There's like all the way down to the east. They're at the bottom of the hill. And I have strong feeling, love my English, I have a strong feeling that all of my teammates are dead. All the allies are gone, it's just me. Which is fine with me, I can deal with that. I can take out 93 enemies by myself. But my problem with this map is it's boring. I don't think it needs 93 enemies, or even 100 to show off this much of the map. So I hope that there's more to this map that I'm not finding. Like an underground section, for an example. I hope that there's more than what's actually here, because you don't need 93 or 100 enemies to show off this much. Or should I say this little. If this really is just going to be 100 enemies of killing on this island, up top, everywhere around here, then I'm going to tune out, like, actually, I'll probably tune out around the 20 mark. So it's too much, man. It's too many kills. It feels like the kills are there for no reason. The strange thing is, the creator probably already knows about this, and they're just doing it anyway. Because reasons. Why do they want me to play this? I have no fucking idea. Alright, that's all the enemies I'm going to be able to collect. I think I'm going to have to move in now. Oh. No. No. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It appears that they're killing their own teammates again. Yeah, they're blasting their own teammates for some reason. Also, I might actually just be able to stay up here after all and get an easy win. We'll see how long I can actually stay up on this spot. Not much longer, I'm afraid. I wasn't able to stay up here for very long, because now I'm having a problem of the enemies not really staying in one spot. So I'm gonna have to move in and take them up myself. It appears that some of them have figured out that I'm up here, so I got a decent camping spot for the time being. I'm able to stay up here and be fine until the enemies on control zones force me to move in. As far as I know, there doesn't seem to be any items on the map. Though there could be items and they might just be down there. I haven't found any items placed up here though. There's like nothing up here. I'm kind of hoping now too that the highlight NPC bug kicks in so that I could have so I can have it much easier to be able to just get out of this map. Oh. Wait, is that my own teammates over there? No, it's my... no, it's them! They're friendly firing each other over and over. Why are they doing this to themselves? What's the point, man? Why are you destroying your own teammates? I'm gonna move in. I'm moving in so that I can take them out faster. This is just ridiculous. What are you guys doing? Why are you doing nothing? Oh, now you're gonna try and blow me up, aren't you? You know that's gonna backfire in your face, right? That's gonna backfire. Oh, here we go. Finally, an item. There's like a med kit and bow and arrow, and oh, now I got ammo. Take all the ammo before it blows up. Just pick it all up. Then now I've got a secure base that they can't get rid of because I'm here. At least I don't think they can set this place on fire. Sure, why not? I'll take a bow, even though I have no real use for it. Most of this battle is just going to be spent using my guns. And then I stopped talking after that. I predicted when it was live filming that I would tune out around the 20 mark, and it looks like I was right. Kinda scary how accurate that prediction turned out to be. Oh, hold on guys, I gotta stop and show you that I'm admiring the floating grass in the air. I don't think this one's a creator issue though, this one's more of a Ubisoft thing. Because how the hell are you supposed to predict that this is gonna happen, you know what I mean? The grass is floating in the air. It's just kind of random that it decided that it wanted to do that when it was painting the grass in the map. And yes, I actually said painting, that's legit, creators know what that means. When you're designing the vegetarian parts of the map, you're actually painting in the plants. Sort of like a paintbrush. You're using your controller and the joystick in order to move the paintbrush around, but yeah, it paints in the vegetarian areas. There's a rocket launcher right here that this guy dropped. This guy right here. I am intentionally ignoring it because I think my weapons are going to be good enough. I think I'll actually be... Actually, you know what? No, I can get rid of... I can take it. I can take it. It should be fine. I'm going to sacrifice my shotgun to take the rocket launcher. And now I'm equipped to take out all enemies, no matter who they are. Okay, now we can resume. Yeah, there's so many enemies on this map that I'm actually not able to film it all in one go. I actually had to save footage and then start it again because that's how many enemies there are on this map. That's how grindy this turned out to be. I mean, you guys are probably seeing most of this map on fast motion because, well, let's face it, it's boring. But there should only have had about 30-35 enemies, not a friggin' 100. Anyway, let's continue on with the fast motion killing. Also, floating guns? No, that's a Ubisoft issue. Wait, hold on guys, there's one more thing that I gotta point out. The highlight NPC bug did kick in. And it was to be expected that it would kick in like this, that it eventually activate. UTOPS and I have mainly figured it out that... No, it's actually more UTOPS and not myself. He figured it out before I did. The highlight NPC bug can kick in if any enemy goes into dying. Generally, it has a higher chance of activating if the enemy bleeds out to death and it triggers the next wave as a result. But otherwise, it can still trigger at any time the moment an enemy goes into dying. Which makes it really, really difficult to make a map on arcade for PS4 if you're going to use cult as enemies. Because anybody can actually trigger that bug. From what I've learned, though, it seems that Joseph, Jacob, John, and all the VIPs don't trigger the bug. It's just the followers and the security that do. I have not seen Joseph, Jacob, John, or the VIPs ever activate it before. Yeah, definitely every single security. And definitely every single follower can activate it. Does that also include flamers and heavy gunners? Yes. Yes, it does. Now, I do not remember if a chosen is activated. They're pretty much an inconclusive at the moment. Angels do not, though. Angels do not activate it because they can't really go into dying. So there you go. Anyway, going back to fast motion as I go and kill these enemies, unless something brand new happens that we don't know about. Oh, they fired at me and actually hit. Congratulations. Anything else you gotta do? Nope. Okay, we have a new situation. Enemies detected me and not firing their gun. Oh, it was just the one dude. I had to shoot him, though. I panicked. I should have kept him alive. Could have had some fun with them. Oh well. By now, the waves have stopped spawning, and I'm kind of just running back and forth in order to manipulate the AIs so that they can stop firing their mortars and get off their turrets, because one of them was hanging on a turret at one point. But yeah, all of the enemies are pretty much gone. Trying to split them up from the group. It's definitely time to go for the mortar guy now. But whether or not I can actually get to them is another question, because there's not many places to hide on this map, and the out of bounds line is going to stop me from going back there into the... I almost said north, but that's really south. To me it feels like north, but apparently I came from the north. As you start off at the north. Alright, let me see how far I can exploit this. How much... well, I'm able to use this spot until the out of bounds line says no more. But I gotta get rid of the mortar guy. Oh, okay, it's not as restrictive as I thought it was gonna be. I should be able to get to the mortar guy, no problem. Almost there. Almost there. Let me up. Let me up. You know you want to let Desmond up. You want to let the SD, man. You want to let him explore. You know, screw this, then. The stealth is broken. But now I've gotten to the mortar. What the hell did I just shoot? Oh, it was a barrel. Explosive barrel! I've won this game! There was no underground section of the map, it's just all up top fighting. Yep. All up top fighting. Nothing new to show off. Ugh. Just taking out the same 3 enemies over and over again. You're saying your enemies is just the assaulter, rocketeer, and shotgun guy. That's it. That's all I've seen. Those are the only 3 enemies that got used the entire map. I mean, it's great that there was some variety, but it's great that there was, but it just felt like I was battling the same dude over and over again. Because you have to fight 100 enemies. Someone save my soul! My professional opinion is that it's just a no vote overall. But my personal feeling is that I should castrate this map, knowing full well that the creator sent me to do this long grind.